All right. Hi, everyone. This is Magnus and Rosario doing our first owned 3D match. Looks like Fairy Tale versus Wild Seaman. That's right. Wild Seaman.
Yeah, on the Ryze tournament. 2012. This is the Ryze bracket, so we are in the final bracket. Match setup has been switched to a best of 3. So that will now be all the games for the Ryze tournament, which will make our job even more entertaining because now we can actually have banter in between games, especially when there's teams that we don't know a whole ton about. We can comment on previous matches and different tactics that they used or what they picked, what they banned, stuff like that. So,
yep, this is operating under a 4-minute delay. So everything we talk about will have already happened 4 minutes for picks and bans into the past, and then 7 minutes.
Yeah, 7 minutes plus because we also have to wait for their loading screen.
Yep.
Since it replicates that also. Currently, we have all the team members in the room. We are just waiting for them to set up their rooms and get everything ready. Yep. So we will go over player names.
Yeah.
We have 4 Team Fairy Tale, I believe, is the A-Tab, right?
Yeah.
We have A-Tab. We have USMCJYYN. I don't know how they're supposed to say that, but okay. And then I think it's
Sealy, S23LY.
Sealy, Akatsuki Angel, and 8 Arbit Rage 8.
All right. On Team Wild Seaman, we have Opandemonium, True Life N, Mad Beast 2354, Pocket Ez, lots of Z's there, and Cabasaur. I believe that's probably the 692nd Pokemon. Alright, I think we are just going over some runes. Not us, but the teams.
We're going to tell them that we're at least ready.
We are. Alright. Go, 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 go. Let's get this started.
Well, that's a Pandemonium that said they're ready. And then Cabasaur, which are both on the same team. So we still, I believe it was Arbit Rage said that he was doing some runes. So we will have to see. Spectator versus Team 1. 1v5, that would be quite unfair.
I think I got this covered.
Yeah, okay, they're asking.
Yeah. They're asking about the stream. We did intros, so we're just waiting on them to get started. We don't really know anything about this team. We were asked in the middle of the night last night to do this, so we kind of just hopped right into it. We weren't provided any details, so it'll be interesting to see what is picked, what is banned, and what's going on. So first pick and first ban go to Wild Seaman.
And we got Graves. He's a really strong AD bot. Not too surprised. He's pretty overpowered right now. There's not many people that can answer Graves well, so that's not much of a surprise.
Followed up with a Kennen, who's a really powerful AD or AP top.
Well, he does like AP mid also. He can do AD top, bottom. He can do AP top, bottom. He can play almost any lane except for jungle. And I would have to say I personally like AP better, but AD is viable. And then we got a Sona ban. So now that leaves for at least healing champions, we have Tarek and Soraka, which are both pretty strong. Sona did get some debuffs recently, and Soraka is still really strong. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Soraka. The Tarek, it's dependent on what they go for their AD champion. He synergizes well with champions that have those kind of bursty abilities instead of just flat-out auto attacks. So we could see either an Alistar or a Blitzcrank zoning support. And then we got a Ryze. Ryze is a really strong champion, and he can build defensive because of his passive that every time he gets extra mana, his Q and his W scale with those. But I don't think I see him banned a whole lot in low elo, so I was a little surprised by that. You know, like there's Caston, which a lot of people consider more dangerous, Cassiopeia, Rammus, stuff like that. And then we got the Rammus. We also got a Shaco ban. Not too surprising, the Shaco ban. He's a really strong champion, a great jungler, great lane ganker, all around great map control. Rammus also a very strong jungler, a very strong tank, a very strong ganker, so I'm not too surprised by that.
Let's see. First pick goes to Wild Seaman. Who are they going to choose? We have a couple champions showing up. We had a Victor, a Kale, and Fizz.
First one was attack speed, and then we had 2 APs, so they may be their AP mid player.
Now we have a Sejuani on the field. I think they're just kind of throwing them off, messing with them a little bit, letting the timer tick down, so they can't really have that extra time to plan for their first 2 picks.
Yep.
Probably not going to pick any of these. Probably just messing with them.
Oh, Katarina. That would have been
still
fun.
Yeah, still messing around. His summoner spells are currently teleport and flash, but that doesn't mean anything yet.
Oh,
Trin at the last second.
Really strong top. It looks like he went Ghost and Ignite. He could still do top if he doesn't have teleport. Just means a 4-person dragon. But Trin can also jungle, but a smiteless Tryndamere. Oh, I think smite should be on every jungle. Some people like going smiteless though, so I'm gonna guess 90% chance he'll be on top though.
All right. Now let's find out who Fairy Tail's going to choose. They get the next 2 picks.
Yeah, and their top pick's going to be really important because there's a lot of people that can own Tryndamere in like the first few levels, but then after that, and he gets his ultimate, he gets a lot more dangerous. So we'll have to see what they decide to go against Tryndamere.
Well, it looks like they are going to choose Soraka. I was wondering which team was going to choose that. And we might have a Warwick jungle. Are they going to lock in? Or pull what Wild Seaman did and switch it out in the last second?
I think they'd go with that. That's a pretty good pick. Soraka's really strong. Warwick is a very great jungle. There's not much that can counter jungle Warwick well, so because he has just so much survivability, so much healing. And he's one of the only jungles that can go smiteless that I think is okay, even though he'd have, like he can't steal as much when you have when you don't have smite, but.
Yeah, it looks like they chose Vayne. Wild Seaman chose Vayne as their AD bottom.
Yeah, with a Vayne pick, I'm expecting a Taric pick or a Blitzcrank Alistair pick, something that's going to zone and that's going to stop a champion so Vayne can get off a really clutch condemn. Not to mention they went with a cleanse, so they'll be able to get out of a lot of situations with both those summoner spells.
Looks like Mad Beast might be choosing Annie for mid, but we still have 15 seconds to go. They might switch that out for someone else. No, it looks like they are going to lock in Annie.
Okay, so, and then we had a super quick lock on that Ahri too. So they definitely wanted to play that Ahri, but an Ahri versus Annie, that's kind of like, that's somewhat of an issue because Ahri does have some good range, but unfortunately most of her abilities are set up with her charm, and she has to skill shot that, which means you have to get close enough to Annie to hit it, and that's very dangerous. But her ultimate does save her a lot, and Annie's abilities, 2 of her abilities are relatively close range, so I think Ahri could do it, but her positioning is going to be really key.
Looks like we might have a misfortune on the field. Again, there's still 20 seconds, so that can be switched out at any time.
Yeah, Soraka meshes really well with any kind of AD champion, and Misfortune is kind of mana intensive in the early part of the game because she uses a lot of her abilities to quick farm. She has that AoE farm, and she has her other ability that hits like double jump. It hits 2 targets, does a little bit less damage to the second target, but that'll be really well combination there.
We are going to see that Misfortune locked in.
And then a Mumu, and then Poppy. Well, that might be switched.
Yeah.
The Amumu I wouldn't be too surprised about. Really great gank. Not to mention he's a little harder to counter jungle because he has pretty good survivability, at least in the mid game. So it'll kind of slow Warwick's counter jungle down. And I think in the team fights he'll be a little more beneficial than a Warwick will be in the late game. With the Poppy, Poppy can do like a bottom kind of support, pin them against the wall thing. They could be going for that. If they put Poppy on top, then Tryndamere is going to be sitting and not getting a lot of CS, so they're going to split the CS, which wouldn't be too good. So I'm going to say that she's probably going to be bottom and play the positioning role to throw someone into a wall or push them into a position to where Vayne can get them in a wall, so that could be very dangerous.
Not a very traditional support, though, so that's a very interesting.
Yeah, I haven't seen a Poppy support, but she does play almost like an Alistair in that sense of what kind of support she would play.
Are we going to see an Udyr? Very interesting choice.
Udyr on top lane. I like it's an interesting choice, but I don't think it's a good choice.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, we are going to see that Udyr.
And Udyr top lane isn't going to last against a Tryndamere. Like they have, it's a really dangerous lane for Tryndamere because Warwick has suppression and Udyr has bear stance for stun.
Yeah.
And I guess Udyr, if he went AP, he'd go like AoE farm, so he'd farm probably a little faster than Tryndamere would. He could go Tiger also, but I don't know. Like
I don't think I've ever seen an Udyr played in a role other than jungle. I mean, his main thing is jungling and counter jungling.
Ganking and stuff like that. That's where his major strength lies. Udyr can lane, but I'm just saying, like, against a Tryndamere just scales better damage-wise than Udyr in the mid-game.
Yeah.
And Udyr is more about getting the gank and taking just enough punishment to where someone can either finish off the kill or he can finish off the kill. He's not about just, like, bowling someone over and destroying them in lane, so we'll have to see how that one goes. Not to mention if Poppy's on top, it'll be completely different too. If we're going to go with Tryndamere on top, summoner spells-wise, he does have a Ghost, which will help with his escape mechanic. Some Tryndameres like Ghost, some like Flash. Either way, I think one or the other is a good enough escape mechanic because they all have their Tornado, Spin, or Whirlwind, and they have their ultimate to help escape. And then Ignite versus Ignite on Udyr, which is just equal and the same. I think Ignite is a little less useful against the Tryndamere just because he can ult for the Ignite if he has it.
Yeah.
And Flash for an escape mechanic, not to mention he has Bear Stance and Turtle Stance on Udyr. So that'll be a pretty good top lane. But I'd have to give the mid game to Tryndamere unless Udyr gets a lot of great ganks from Warwick. And then in mid lane, like we said, it's going to be positional. And then we have a Flash Ignite. So nothing too unusual about that. Except that I think Flash on Annie might be a little more dangerous than a Flash on Ari.
Flash in and get the stun.
Right, Flash in and get the ulti stun, and then finish off the rest of her abilities. And then on bottom lane, it looks like we also got a paired up on the AD carries. They both went with Cleanse. I think the Misfortune Cleanse is really good because she has a Condemn and a potential Poppy to deal with. And not to mention a gank from Amumu. So that cleanse is really, really good. The cleanse on Vayne, I think, is a little unnecessary, only because the only thing that she has to cleanse out of is either Warwick or Udyr. The rest of them, they have slows, but she can get away from that. It's still good, but I think it's just a little bit better on that Misfortune for the composition they have to deal with. And then on their supports, they have a Flash and Exhaust, and then Poppy with Flash Ignite if Poppy's going to play the support role. So a bit more damage on the other side, but that Exhaust will be really good at either slowing that Poppy down from good positioning or stopping the Vayne from getting a good kill, or if they're chasing them or not.
Yeah, these are some pretty interesting team picks. There's not a traditional support for Wild Seaman, and I've never really seen an Udyr other than jungle, so it'll be an interesting play.
Yeah, in the late game though, I'd have to give it to, I think it's Wild Seaman.
Yeah,
and because just with Amumu and with Annie, and then with Poppy pushing people around and Vayne condemning people in the walls, and then Tryndamere just being annoying as hell.
Yeah, there's a lot of CC, a lot of crowd control, crowd control.
And then on the other side for Fairy Tail, they have like a Warwick initiate or an Udyr initiate.
Yeah, Ari can taunt.
Well, yeah, Ari can start with like a Charm initiate to pull like one person. And that could start a team fight, and it is a little safer, but like when they finally get into the full team fight, all the abilities that are going to go off, you're going to see Warwick suppress someone. Hopefully it's going to be whoever is doing the most damage, and then they'll focus that one down. But I think they really need to win it in the laning phase and start snowballing from there. And if they don't, and they get into the late game, they're going to have a problem.
Yeah, so not totally made a play from either team, so we'll see how it goes.
I'd say level 1s, though. They're kind of equal. Like,
yeah, they can do a lot of damage, but Soraka can get some pretty good
right, like Soraka
too.
can get AoE. Warwick has a pretty good heal to start. And Misfortune can get AoE. Ari can get an ability that hits multiple people based off how she's angled, and Udyr can start with AoE if he goes Phoenix, and even in Tiger Stance he increases attack speed and he does some pretty good damage. So I think they might be a little better because like Amumu can start with some damage. Annie can start with AoE, but for the most part she starts with Q, which isn't going to help that much in a team fight. Trinimir's dangerous 1v1 level 1 because he just does so much damage.
Yeah.
But he can, since he doesn't have his ultimate, he doesn't have that safety. And Vayne is a pretty strong level 1, and Poppy, it depends on what she takes. She's like positional, so she'd be really dangerous in the jungle for level 1. But jungle-wise, Amumu is going to have to start blue or steal blue. And Udyr can start red if he needs, if it's a better position, but he likes to start blue generally also.
Alright, so some hanging out at the base. Ari's the only one leaving just yet.
Yeah, we have no clairvoyances, so warding is going to be of utmost importance this time.
It does look like Fairy Tail is going to want to try and invade their jungle and steal that red. Or at least that's what it was looked like through the ping. We do have Trinamir and Udyr going top. Poppy and Vayne heading in towards Golems. Soraka following Warwick into Siemens' jungle.
Oh yeah, I said Udyr, but it was Warwick. I just noticed that. I'm so used to Udyr jungle. Yeah, Warwick can start red. He doesn't have to start blue, so no rush till 2 minutes, please.
It does look like Seaman is setting up for a defense of their blue, and if Fairy Tail can get in here, they might be able to steal red from under their noses. I don't see any wards down currently. Udyr's just hanging up top. Yeah, so we might see a steal from Fairy Tail as they push into Seaman's jungle.
And it looks like we got some StarCraft fans with that Trinamir saying Baneling bust incoming. They did say, and they started to move. I don't know if they actually took that as something they needed to worry about.
All right, here comes Poppy and Vayne, but it's gonna be.
That's gonna be bad.
Yeah, they might grab her. Don't they see her walk by?
Okay, they're waiting for the Vayne. Oh, what? Oh.
Here they come after Vayne. Vayne taking lots of damage, down to half health. Is she gonna get away? I don't think so. We got the exhaust off. We do have the flash. Oh, the flash comes in. Warwick gets or Misfortune gets the kill. And they might even be able to steal red. Here comes Annie and Poppy.
What did Annie go for a level 1 spell?
Annie took... Oh.
Okay, so she did take her AoE.
Yeah.
So she could have gotten a stun on all of them, but unfortunately there was no support. But it did back them up, so she did save her red.
Yep.
And Warwick is starting a bit later, and Amumu's already cleared down 2 rakes. So Warwick got an assist, and they did get first blood.
Wow.
Oh, so close.
Lots of damage from that. Udyr is pushing Trin back really early.
Yeah, I like I said, the mid game is going to be the problem for Udyr. But in the early game, he should be doing okay.
Oh, so an interesting setup by Fairy Tail is going to give them a little bit of a gold advantage early on with that first blood. However, as Rosario pointed out, Warwick is a little bit behind in the jungle, as Amumu has already cleared everything up into Golems, which is just about to go down, and then going to go for his red. And it looks like Warwick is heading towards his red right now to get that. Soraka is hanging out in her jungle, leaving Misfortune there to gain a little more XP.
Trinamir is having the last hit off tower. I think they both just finished up their reds, so we may see a early gank.
Yeah, Warwick just finished up his red. Amumu's going back. He's really low health.
What level is that Amumu? I think he's 3.
That Amumu is a level 3.
Did he pick up his bandage toss?
Let us find out. It
Yes,
appears he did.
Okay, so he went back and he could position for a gank now. Currently, though, I'd have to say everything's pretty even. He can probably gank top.
Looks like he's going to go grab golems. Ari and Annie duking it out in the middle. No clear leader as far as pushing goes. As for bottom, Soraka and Misfortune, and Vayne and Poppy are pretty even as well, though it looks like Misfortune and Soraka do have a little bit of a push. Trin pushing back against that Udyr. Both level 4 now.
I think they're about to
Do have a fight going on.
So yeah, Trinimir just does so much damage.
Oh yeah, pushing that Udyr back to his tower. Warwick picking up
we got a
wolves.
gank on bottom.
Oh, Soraka goes down. Amumu ganks. Gonna help Seaman catch up from that early first blood.
Yeah, they're doing pretty decent on farm. Top lane we got 22 for Trinimir, and we got 27 for Udyr. So Udyr still is a little bit ahead, but Trinimir's starting to bring that back, so that should even out pretty quickly here.
Looks like Warwick's gonna be invading Seaman's jungle.
And then on that Vayne, we got 29 CS compared to Misfortune's 24 CS. So that's, again, relatively close, but Misfortune is currently hitting off that tower, though, so hers is going to go down a little bit, but it seems like she's doing pretty good on making sure to zone those out as far as she can from the tower before they start getting taken out.
Amumu coming in. Looks like he might try for a gank on Ari. Yeah, hanging out in the bush.
And then middle, also, Annie is at 27. Ari's at 30.
So we have two ganks going on. Warwick coming in. Gonna try and catch
that.
that.
Was a good angle.
He does have the ult, though. Amumu coming in. Ari's gonna get out of there. Trin's gonna get out of there. So both ganks have failed. Warwick and Amumu returning back to their respective jungles.
And we should see Annie at 6 pretty soon, which is going to make her extremely dangerous in the middle. Going to help ganks a lot too. She'll just be able to start it off with a stun. Excuse me.
Looks like both mids had to go back after that engagement.
And let's see what they picked up. Annie picked up 2 Doran's rings. Ari also picked up 2 Doran rings. And they both have a couple health potions in their boots, so they're equal on that one.
Udyr is a little bit ahead in levels compared to Trin, but as soon as Trin gets 6, he's going to be very hard to put down, especially with his ult.
Yeah, I'm not sure why, but...
Oh, another kill on Soraka from Vayne.
Yeah, based off of the positioning, Poppy got off a really good slamming of the wall, or Vayne got a great condemn.
We do have a ward now going down for Fairy Tail in their bush, trying to prevent that from happening again. Warwick coming up. Looks like he might engage or invade.
I think he's going to start the invade, but Amumu's going to meet him.
Yeah. It looks like we might have a fight. Ooh, nice setup. Okay. Ari coming in. It looks like he might be setting up to give Ari the blue, but Amumu sees this. Annie's coming in. Trin's coming in. They're going to grab him. Tons of damage. Warwick goes down.
Very good job.
And Annie gets blue. This is going to really help her out in mid lane. Udyr coming in. Making Trin go back.
Yeah, that was a really great job. Like, I thought Amumu was just going to engage right as soon as he started blue, but he waited. He called for support from middle, and that was a really great gank.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice patience there. Wasn't overzealous, wasn't trying to rush in and be a hero. Just waited for the right time and struck well.
Yes, that's starting to put them ahead money-wise. Just a little bit, not too much, only by 0.2.
Yeah, they did catch up to Fairy Tail and are ahead by, about 0.2. Ooh, we do have a Amumu in their jungle. Ooh, and Fuse goes off by Soraka.
Unfortunately, Annie's ultimate is down and she does not have her stun up. But she did at least help to back them up.
So looks like Ari's going to get the blue from their jungle. We do have a ping for Dragon, so it looks like they might try to set up a Dragon fight.
Yeah, it'd actually not, like, they don't have it warded.
Oh, that might be why they're pinging it. Yeah, they might
I would say that wouldn't
warded.
be the best Dragon time, because everyone's out the map, they don't know where everyone is. And I don't think they have any wards in there.
Wow, Annie's really pushing mid. Warwick hanging out in his jungle. We're going to pick up wolves.
Yeah, why doesn't Ari have blue? That must have been a mistake.
Warwick picked it up.
Either he took it by accident or he took it because he's falling behind in the jungle. Because I believe Amumu is already 6.
Yeah, Amumu was already 6. Warwick has yet to get level 5.
He's at level 5.
Level 6 is what I meant.
Yeah. See, I think a lot of Warwicks really need a power level 2-6 also because that suppression is probably the strongest aspect of their game.
Yeah, absolutely. It does a lot of damage and holds them there for a really long time. Looks like Annie's invading the jungle.
Seeing him backing up.
I don't think she really saw Warwick, or she saw him, didn't want to engage, and backed off. Looks like Ari's coming down to help out Soraka and Misfortune.
I could be going to War Dragon. No.
She's running down. We got a fight going on here. Wow, Udyr's doing a lot of damage to that Tryndamere. Oh, here comes Ari. Lots of damage going.
Poppy with a great ult.
Yeah.
Soraka's the only one that can do damage to it.
Are we going to see the taunt? No, nice flash.
That was beautiful. And on top lane, I believe Tryndamere did survive.
Yep, yes he did. Wow. Great maneuverability by Poppy. Nice ult. Got her out of there. Warwick babysitting the jungle for Ari. He does have level 6 now, so he's going to be very dangerous when he tries to gank. Looks like we have 3 on 2. Mumu coming in to back them up.
Yeah,
Poppy has not gone back yet.
I'm a little surprised by that because Poppy doesn't have any potions. And if we can check gold, Poppy probably has an extra heart. Check gold right there.
Oh, check gold?
Yeah. Okay, no, she's sitting at 480, so she could get a ruby, but she can't get the other part. So she may just be soaking XP and then waiting until she has enough for ruby.
Alright, looks like we have 2 more ganks setting up. Ari's coming down to try and gank bottom. Warwick's coming in to set up, but Tryndamere's going to back off just in time, ruining that gank for Warwick. Ari's coming in, lots of damage to Vayne. Taunt goes off, they grab Vayne.
Yeah, that was the problem, is since Poppy didn't go back and they didn't see Poppy, they figured that Poppy wasn't there. So they were like, okay, we'll do the 3v1 and guarantee a kill. And then, come to find out, Poppy was so low in health that it was a 3v1. If she had gone out, they could have gotten a double kill. So, But it looks like we got
another gank set up by Annie and a Mumu.
Unfortunately,
no one's warded that.
No, but they warded up on Dragon, so they saw them come down. Unless they came from Tribush.
Yeah, I believe they did come from Tribush.
Oh, we could have a meeting in River, though. No, okay, stopping.
Another ping. Going towards Dragon. Poppy still hasn't gone back yet.
Well, Vayne's dead, so Poppy's just trying to hold things off the tower. Unfortunately, that means she's very diveable, and she doesn't have her ultimate, so she can't, like, ulti on Soraka and then just live in Misfortune as Misfortune dies.
Yeah, but it looks like they're going to go back, or Misfortune and Soraka are going to go back. So this will mean that Poppy's safe. Amumu coming in to back her up. Grabbing wolves. Another engagement. Oh yeah, it looks like he's going to grab Golem too, right?
Yeah, on top lane we got 66 for that Tryndamere, 99 for Udyr. So while I said Udyr is probably going to have a harder middle game, he's farming so well.
And so much damage to Tryndamere. Yeah,
he already has his Zergle's Lantern while Tryndamere
we do have a gank set up by Warwick, but Annie's playing it real safe.
Yeah, no wards, but just
nice safe play by Annie. Oh, she might push a little bit. No, not going to be enough for Warwick to get the advantage.
Yeah, the problem is right now that Annie has her stun up, which means this is just a complete waste because Annie's not going to blow an ability, because when Annie uses an ability on a minion and loses her stun, that's the time when you want to go to engage, so that Warwick's just sitting there losing out in experience and time.
Yep. Absolutely. Annie's seeing Ari go in there, just backing off to the right side. Good read by Annie.
Oh, we got a kill.
Udyr gets Tryndamere. Wow, that's really surprising.
Yeah, I figured that Tryndamere would be winning that lane, but...
Oh, I guess he didn't ult. Wow. Amumu coming in to babysit that lane. We are at a 3-3 game. Fairy Tail does have a slight a little less than 1,000 gold advantage right now. So very even match right now. We do have Warwick pushing that lane. Tons of damage on Amumu. Amumu ults. Flashes, but we do have a... Ooh, goes down. Thanks to that ignite. Ari coming in to re-engage middle. Warwick's going back. Wow, looks like Fairy Tail is starting to turn things around for them, as they now do have 1,000 gold advantage.
Yeah, CS-wise, that bottom lane, Vayne is at 100, and Misfortune's at 109, so they're pretty even, but Misfortune has 1 kill and assist, Vayne has 1 kill and assist, but 2 deaths.
Oh, this might not be good for Misfortune and Soraka, as most of Seaman is down here, ready to engage. Looks like that is Tryndamere. Poppy rushing in.
Unfortunately, the angles are wrong, so Poppy can't get a stun unless they bait him in.
Yep.
So
they don't
close.
have a ward in that bush, though.
Yeah, they're not gonna. I don't know. Maybe they are.
Here comes Tryndamere, gonna push, but Warwick's right here.
Bad.
Back them up. They're gonna get Soraka. Warwick's there. Misfortune ults, endless rage. Ooh, Warwick goes down.
Is he gonna survive? He got ignited though.
We got ignited. Poppy does go down. Trin does go down from that ignite. So it's a 2-2 right now. No one's a clear winner from that team fight. And looks like things are settling back down. Not a bad team fight, though. No clear winner there, so kind of a wash in that respect.
Yeah, other than... I think the big problem, though, is that means Udyr gets more free reign on top.
Yeah.
Down. So that could be a win right there. And not to mention on bottom, they took the support, they didn't take the AD carry.
That's true.
So AD carry continues to get to farm.
Looks like top tower is going to go down. That'll be Fairy Tail's first tower they took down, giving them gold as well. Just going to help press their advantage. They are now 2k ahead of Seaman.
Unfortunately, that did put their jungle, Warwick jungle back a little bit more. But now that he's getting some really good ganks off with his ultimate, he should be definitely catching up. He has 4 assists, and he's a little behind in the jungle CS, but with those assists, he should be relatively even to a Mumu now.
Yeah, this Udyr is wicked powerful.
Yeah, I totally miscalled that. I was like, yeah, Udyr's going to get owned in the mid game, and Udyr is not getting owned.
Wrecking house.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Tryndamere's gone with a Mercury Treads, which I can understand from the stun. But unfortunately, he's gone like Lifesteal, Attack Speed, and a Cloth Armor. He didn't finish his wriggles yet. I'm a little surprised by that, because I'd have to say damage is a little more important to Tryndamere in the early game than Attack Speed is.
Warwick coming in. Annie's not there, so Warwick's just sitting here.
Yeah, and he's on
no one
bottom.
there to gank.
Looks like they're setting up for a kill. They do not have Tribush warded, so they could get into a good position.
Yeah, there's not a lot of warding going on from both teams. They are getting Dragon, they are getting the bush, but there's really not a lot of...
Oh, Mumu missed with this bandage toss.
They do know he's there now, they're going to back off.
Yeah, and now Annie's wasting her time down there too.
Looks like Warwick and Ari going to push mid. That turret goes down. Tryndamere engaging with Udyr, but Udyr is just so far ahead of Tryndamere now.
Yeah, his CS is at 140 compared to 93.
Wow, so much damage. Looks like Amumu's going to try to protect their middle turret. Ari's coming in. Wow, Tryndamere's almost dead. Is she going to get that taunt? Ooh, nice preventing Tryndamere from backing off. It's going to take even longer for him to get back into the game to get some more CS.
Right, which is going to get Udyr free time on the tower.
Yep. Wow.
Oh, excuse me.
That's 2 towers for Fairy Tail now, none for Seaman. Fairy Tail is ahead in kills by 1, and ahead in gold by 3k now.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're not even positioning ganks in this Udyr. He's been pushing all the way down that lane for that entire time.
Yeah, they've been completely ignoring him, trying to gank bottom.
And then bottom's playing it safe enough to where, you know, unless they dive, they're not getting ganks.
We haven't seen a dragon yet, which is also interesting. There are a couple moments where they probably could have grabbed it.
Yeah, blue buff has been up a while for Seaman, so...
Oh, Warwick, I mean, gets a flash, suppresses, ult by Misfortune.
Oh, beautiful.
Vayne goes down.
That was a great
Poppy's
ult.
forced to retreat to her tower.
Yeah, it's just like the teamwork is there for Fairy Tail.
Absolutely. Amumu's coming in with Trin and Annie. This is a 3-on-2. Ari's out of position. They're going to lock Udyr down. Udyr's going to go down.
Yeah, they needed that. That was That was pretty important because he was at 2.
Warwick's
kills.
chasing Poppy, but she's going to make it back to the second tower. Looks like they're going to go for a dragon now as they finally pinged it.
They could also finish the tower.
Yeah, it looks like Misfortune's going to finish the tower. Warwick and Soraka and Ari are going to come in to do dragon. Trin's up top, so he's out of position to grab it. And looks like Amumu and Annie are out of position as well.
Not to mention they're also both low on mana.
Yep. And first dragon goes down to Fairy Tale at 1935. So we'll see another one at 2535. Or the next dragon will be at 2535. Trin finally pushing up. Gonna see if he can do some damage on that tower, which he will before Udyr gets here. But I don't think it'll be enough to take it down. But he does so much damage. Alright, hanging out in the jungle. Looks like Poppy and Vayne are there. Misfortune's going to go back. That tower does not go down. And looks like Trin is running away from that Udyr. Ari coming in to set up a gank, but he's probably going to back too late. Nope! Oh, they do. He does back just a second too late for Udyr and Ari to get that gank. But Poppy and Vayne coming in. Looks like they might be able to take down that bottom tower.
We do have Warwick coming in to respond, but unfortunately he's not going to
Yeah, that turret has gone down. That's Siemens' first turret. We do have a couple pings going on for Udyr. They want to shut him down. He's pretty fed right now. Doing very well.
Misfortune's leading, but he's right behind at 165. Vayne's doing pretty good, though, at 166, too. But unfortunately, she's died 3 times, so...
A lot of in their own jungle wards for Seaman. We do have a team fight going on. Looks like Annie and Vayne are coming in. They get the stun off Warwick. He goes down. Looks like Annie's gonna, or not Annie, Ari's gonna have to run away, but they're gonna wait for the minions to come so they can push that tower. Here comes Soraka and Misfortune to back her up. But they are gonna chase after Udyr. If Udyr doesn't go back, he's gonna get ganked.
Yeah, Udyr's picked up a mallet too, so he's gonna have some slowing also.
He's backing up, but it might be too late. The slow goes off.
Nine wall. Oh!
Oh!
I thought that was going to be a really great flash, but unfortunately that's a click ability, so it'll always hit no matter what.
Yeah, Udyr's going to go down.
Yeah, they're finally starting to answer that top lane, which is what they need to do.
Yeah. They are heading kills now, 8-7.
Misfortune getting caught a little off guard. Unfortunately, I think this is actually a little bit... This is kind of bad.
Oh, Ari takes out Vayne. Flashes out of there. Soraka in there to help her out.
Oh my god, she's going to get away.
Oh no, Ari goes down.
Okay. And Tryndamere.
Goes down. Soraka. Oh,
yes,
nice. Wow.
So close
3
to
for
dying.
1.
They were all so close.
Warwick's coming in though. He's probably going to grab Poppy. Oh, nice stun by
Annie. Unfortunately, Warwick's really fast. So
yeah, they all just have to run right now. Oh, nice suppress. Gonna kill Poppy. Comes in. Not gonna dive the turret. Trin's gonna get away.
I think he should have dove.
Yeah, he could have.
He's gonna like go around.
It's
okay,
too late.
No, yeah, it's too late. Like,
but Misfortune, being left completely alone, takes out 2 towers, or 1 more tower, pushing it back to their final tower before the inhibitor. Warwick in Siemens jungle. Wow.
Yeah, this match is like all over the place.
Yeah, we have so much going on all over the place. Warwick's just hanging out. He might get set up for a gank here. Vayne's coming in. They did ward that. Running out of there. Oh, nice flash. Gonna get out of there. Safe and sound. Udyr, back to farming. Top.
Yeah, that Udyr is like super dangerous. But the problem, I think, is that both teams are still kind of in it. Like, they have a lot more towers for Fairy Tale, and I think they do have 1 dragon.
They do have 1 dragon, yes.
Their organization is a little bit better, but I think that Seaman is lasting long enough for the late game to start taking.
Soraka just ganked by Annie and Tryndamere, but Ari's coming in, trying to do some damage with Misfortune following him back. They're going to back off. They're going to be fine.
We got people in river. What are they doing?
Yeah, it looks like they might be setting up for Dragon. Wow. Tryndamere goes down.
Oh,
They're
Annie's
staying
gonna
it
go
too
down.
long. Annie's going to go down. Vayne comes in. Is going to take out... Not going to take out Ahri. Wow.
Oh, yeah,
Ahri
got
does
it.
go down. Udyr comes in, takes out Vayne. Suppression by Warwick. Poppy's going to go down. Almost an ace. All that's left is a Mumu. They're going to push for Baron now.
Yeah, they're pinging it, and the only ward up there is their ward, so this is going to be a free Baron at 24. This could be a Baron that's going to push it over to where it's not as even kill-wise.
Yeah, it looks like Fairy Tail is now 5k ahead. They're going to get that dragon. Every member is going to pick it up too because it's going to take more than 8 seconds. Ahri's going to pop just in time to get that Baron buff. Or maybe not. Are they going to delay? They are going to delay. Good move by Fairy Tail. Gives everyone the Baron buff.
Yeah, see, they're doing a great job in separating. Well, not to mention also, I think Seaman, like, they all kind of went in one after another because they always saw that someone was low, so they were like, okay, we can get that person and then just get away. But then they're finding out that they can't because there's just enough suppression and lockup for Fairy Tail that they can win the 2v2 matches and the 3v3s. It's the 5v5 team rolls that are going to happen in the late game that are going to be dangerous for them. But
Amumu just found out that Baron's not there anymore. Warwick's all by himself as Poppy and Vayne come in. Poppy's going to charge, going to get the stun. Kills Warwick.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's a complete waste of the Baron buff.
It doesn't look like they're going to be doing much with him. With the buff. They might be trying to go for a dragon again.
Yeah, I would say this is where they needed to push for an inner turret. But unfortunately, it looks like they're just going to go back to laning and farming. Which
It looks like Seaman's coming in to grab dragon.
Oh,
all from just hits Poppy, doesn't really go for it. Seaman. Oh, and they get Soraka. This is
for like they got Baron buff, but they're all out of position. They didn't do a team fight or anything like that.
They're going to take this tower. Great play and teamwork by Seaman, keeping them in this game.
Yeah. See, they're starting to notice that their 5v5 presence is a lot stronger.
Yeah, Amumu's chasing out. Oh, Udyr's there. Misfortune was chased out by Amumu.
Yeah, that's the other unfortunate thing is they have to keep responding back to the Udyr because they wait until.
Oh, nice move by Udyr, tricking them to coming all the way down here, then backing off. They're not going to be able to get him. Looking for him. Trying to get that gang, which is going to set up Ahri, Misfortune, and Warwick into Seaman's jungle.
They're setting up for
a gank on Amumu, maybe. Yep.
Unfortunately, she went down the wrong. Yeah, no. He should get away.
Oh, we got the suppression.
That ultimate is so far. I didn't think that you could suppress them that far away.
Nice flash from Amumu. Gets him out of there. We got a lot of fighting going on in mid. Ahri takes out Vayne.
Off of a tower, too, by herself with, like a heal from Soraka. But
yeah, that was really good.
That's a bit surprising to just have one person die.
All right, we have another battle in the jungle as well. Oh. Warwick just missing out on Tryndamere. Lots of damage by Misfortune. Might take out Tryndamere. I don't know if his ult's up yet.
Yeah, Misfortune has that Infinity Edge plus a Phantom Dancer. A little bit more attack speed.
Looks like Seaman's going to take out a tower. Misfortune ults. Does a lot of damage, but not enough to take out an enemy. Looks like Poppy's going to have to run back to take out Amumu. Poppy's going to get away. And they're pushing in, the dual pushing both towers, so a tower's probably going to go down. Udyr's just running in there. They're going to take out their first inner tower. Looks like Trin's chasing after Misfortune, but so much damage going on to Tryndamere. He's going to have to back off. His ult does go off. He's running away. Looks like they're going to focus on the inhibitor now that they've chased out Tryndamere. Warwick should really just come back here and help finish this off.
Well, he's still chasing Tryndamere.
Yeah. Oh, but he's going to get him. He got the suppression. Wow. All right. Good job, Warwick, just finishing it off. That is awesome. So, what looked like a good maneuver from Seaman has turned into just a slaughter for Fairy Tail.
Yeah,
it's coming really in and dominating. Vayne's going to go down. They're jumping in. Lots of damage to Misfortune. She's running back.
That was a great cleanse, but unfortunately I think...
they scare him off just enough to get Misfortune out of there. And driving back to that turret. That turret's going to go down if they push hard enough. but it is a 3v2, as Misfortune is getting a lot of health back because she does have a lot of lifesteal. So she'll be able to join in there soon. Warwick protecting top.
Where's Udyr?
Hanging out.
Oh, okay, he just bought. Let's see what that Udyr just did grab. He grabbed. He just finished up Trinity Force and also Atma's. Still holding his Philosopher's Stone, so he's still getting gold from that too.
Looks like we have a philosophical debate between Zerg and Protoss going on currently.
Since I don't play StarCraft as much anymore, I don't know what the current meta is for the strongest race. I personally play Terran though, so
I'm a fan of Zerg. I really liked them since the first StarCraft. Just love even Brood War, especially Brood War. I really fell in love with Zerg. So
yeah, even in Brood War, I play Terran. Like I said, I always loved Protoss in the original and Brood War, but then I always play Terran anyways.
Misfortune chasing after that Tryndamere, completely shutting him down. So much damage. He
Yeah,
did have his ult recently.
Yeah, but that Guardian Angel's up, so it's pretty much his ult in item form. So.
You're right. His ult versus her ult. She's doing way more damage. Udyr coming in. It's going to be probably too late for Tryndamere.
I think he'll get away. He should have,
Yeah. They zoned out just enough. Udyr going to chase, head back in, meet up with Soraka and Warwick in Siemens jungle.
Yes, Martin. This Tryndamere went with a mallet and then double zeal. So he just has a bunch of attack speed and a slow. He doesn't have a lot of damage.
An okay ult from Misfortune drives them back. Doesn't really do a lot of damage, but scares them enough so that they have to retreat back to their tower, which is setting up Udyr, Warwick, and Soraka to come in. They're trying to pull them away from this tower so Misfortune can finish it off. They are doing the right thing by staying in there, though. However, they are going to get this last outer
great
turret.
split push by Udyr.
That's going to go down.
Yeah, now they have to just give their bottom tower away because there's only one hit and they have almost all their team on the top. So, in a 1v1, I think Misfortune could go in, start a fight with someone, kill the tower, and then kill them.
Looks like Misfortune is scared just enough to back up. She's taking a lot of damage, but she does have that Guardian Angel. But too much damage. She's going to go down from this.
Yeah, Vayne's doing a truck.
Yeah, they're going to take her out. Condemned into the wall. She's out of there. So the split push is done. And now it is a 5v4.
Well, the split push is done, but it's kind of not too because you got minions in middle. And you got super minions too. So
that's true.
And you got minions on bottom still too. But those aren't super minions, so that lane should have changed.
Looks like we're...
That was a great charge.
Oh! He flashes in. Lots of damage, but Ari gets healed up.
Tryndamere ulted.
Yeah, we got Tryndamere ult. They take out Warwick, who's suppressed right into the middle of their team, saying, "Please kill me."
Right?
I love taking damage.
It's like I'm going to suppress when there's no one there to support me.
Yep. So that's going to help Seaman push out a little bit and defend against this wave of super minions.
Unfortunately, like almost the entire map is given up to Fairy Tail now. They're cleaning up the jungle. Udyr just picked up Dragon.
Yeah, they are 10k ahead now.
It looks like we had a ping for Baron, so they're going to pick up another Baron buff.
And
hopefully they do more with their Baron buff this time. I think last time they kind of wasted it away, and a lot of them got out of position and they died and stuff. But if they go with this one and they get just another good team fight, they can finish it up. But I don't know, just team fights are so weird. Like there's not a lot of ulti coordination on either side. They're all kind of like just separating and running after each other. So
all right, looks like they're running in. Ult from Misfortune doesn't do hardly anything.
Yeah, that
pushes them back.
A really weird ult. But Misfortune's auto attacks are doing so much damage. Her ultimate is more.
Yeah,
like
it's a scare tactic, I think, at this point. Drive them back. They are going to get to surround on Amumu.
Tryndamere did see the dragon.
Oh, nice flash from Amumu. Gets him out of there before Ari can taunt him away.
We have a ward down by dragon. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, we do have a ward. It's not going to really help them since they're pretty much stuck in their base. Are we going to see... Oh, we got a couple hits from him. Yeah, Misfortune. She's going to take out that tower. Looks like Warwick's coming in to do a little split pushing. Making sure they don't get that inhib. But here comes Fairy Tale, doing lots of damage to that inhibitor, pushing back Seaman to the point where they can't really engage. They're going to take this inhibitor down. Ooh, nice ult from a Mumu, but probably not going to be enough. Lots of damage, and it looks like Warwick just went down from Tryndamere, but Annie went down from this team fight, as did a Mumu.
Now Tryndamere has to back up. Vane's half dead.
Yeah, looks like Ari's trying to zone them out while they get the inhibitors. One inhibitor goes down, two inhibitors goes down. They're going to back away.
So
probably loop around and grab this tower next.
Normally I would say just go for the win, but I think this one's kind of like so back and forth that having all three down and having a lot more control in their base will definitely help.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. Looks like that inhibitor is going to go down as Annie and Mumu have a couple seconds left to spawn. Now it looks like they might go for a turret, trying to zone them as much as possible. Wow, Udyr doing massive damage to that turret. Not going to be able to kill it though as they push him back. We do have a Tryndamere ult. He's going to back off just in time to stay alive. Poppy coming in, lots of damage to Vayne. And it looks like Ari's kind of stuck out here. If they can lock her in, they might kill her. She is very mobile though. Here comes Miss Fortune, or Soraka getting heals. Nice ult by Poppy. Gets the kill and gets her out of there. Ooh, they might be able to kill. Oh, here comes Udyr.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
So much damage. I was like, yeah, he's going to get the kill, and then Misfortune kites like a pro.
Yeah, great job.
Udyr with a perfect stun, and Misfortune with the last shot to get the kill.
Yeah, and honestly, I think her ability to just stop, turn around, and fire, even though she was so close to death, is what really saved it for her. Like, honestly, if I was playing, I'd just run and would die, because I'm a nut.
Yeah, she timed her auto attack with that stun perfectly.
Yeah, that was really well done.
So yeah, I think the only way that Wild Seamen are going to get back into this is to get a clutch team fight and then rush for a turret next to the tank.
But they didn't get a lot of turrets. They only have 2 down. They have no turrets left. All their inhibs are down. So Fairy Tale has complete map control.
Yeah, it's almost unwinnable at this point. But if they free farm in the base, wait for their inhibs to come up, get a really great team fight off, and then ignore all minions and just push for a turret, and then make sure that Vayne has to live though, because Tryndamere still has not. He just finished a Phantom Dancer. He still hasn't built his Infinity Edge, so Vayne's going to be the one that's going to be taking turrets down with auto attacks really quick. I think they could come back. That would be, but that's a really, really small chance of that happening.
Yeah, it looks like Miss Fortune's Guardian Angel is already back up. She's going to push in. Wow, so much damage. Annie's going to have to run back. Trynd engage, but she sets off the ult. Takes out Annie. Lots of damage. We do have an ult from Tryndamere. He's staying alive, but he's in the middle of there. He probably is going to go down from this. He goes down. Amumu's gone down. So this is going to be game.
That was a good ult by Mumu, but unfortunately, again, his team just couldn't handle it. And there's the GG, so... Oh,
and the surrender as well. Not going to give them the pleasure of killing out their Nexus.
That banana Nexus. Very good job by Fairy Tale. They just, you know, it was really kind of like all over the place, but they won the important moments, and they made sure to control the map through turrets, which is, I think, the thing that definitely won that game for them.
Absolutely, and I think that Udyr was underestimated just as we had underestimated.
Yeah, like I just figured Tryndamere was just going to destroy that top lane, but Udyr built perfectly to stop Tryndamere from just owning his face, which is really great.
We are going to take a 10-minute break as I just got a message from one of the team members, Fairy Tale. So we'll be back with you in about 10 minutes. We are going to set up some music, but we're going to stop recording for YouTube just so we can split those up for you guys. So the stream is going to stay live, but we are just going to put up some music for you guys until we have our next match. So stay tuned. Should be no more than 10 minutes or so. So we hope you guys enjoy and continue to watch. See you in a couple minutes.